What's going on? I'm Vince G of SwoleNerd Productions, and this is Behind the Scenes Podcast, where we talk with other industry professionals in the video and entertainment field. Today, we have Tanner Lucas, an award-winning cinematographer based out of DFW. He's got a crazy story. Let's get into it. Tanner, appreciate you coming through, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Vince. Thank you. I feel honored to be invited to do this podcast with you. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Before we started filming, you had mentioned that you are an award-winning cinematographer. Tell me more about that.
Yes, that title came from a project that I DP'd for the first time, like actually professionally, like hired to DP back in 2014. Not 2014, 2024. And so I was hired to DP this film called Classic, which is a coming-of-age story based around a true story that the director, Michelle Hoffman, wrote and directed. So it's based off her story with a little bit of extra things here and there to make the film really stand out. So I was hired for that in the summer of 2024, July, and I got to meet her right after coming off another feature film project as an assistant camera in the AC department. In the camera department. And I got to know Michelle after coming off a feature film called The Relic, and that was a indie horror film that I was a part of as the first assistant camera. And I was reached out to by her over Instagram and ended up basically chatting about the film and ended up having a Zoom call. So she sent me the script. I got to read it like a half hour before the Zoom call. So I got to know a little bit about what the film was about. And then like as I was reading it, it started, coming to me, in my mind. I was like, during the actual Zoom call, I just kind of like told her, like, yeah, I feel like this is what's going on in the film, and this angle, this camera movement.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that's perfect. I'm like, oh, really? Oh my God. Okay, this is gonna be great. All right, this is gonna be great. And so, funny enough, we had some really funny talks about the film during the Zoom call because there was something that I mentioned in a scene in the script. I was like, you know what? I think in this like particular scene, it's raining.
Yeah.
She's like, oh no. We shouldn't have like hope for that because that would screw up stuff. Long story short, we actually during the day of filming, we were filming some like scenes from the past, like flashback scenes.
Yeah.
For younger Jen, the younger niece character, and then after we were finished filming the younger version of Jen, it started raining for the next part of the scene that we were scheduled to film anyways, which was supposed to be somber. And I told her over the Zoom call earlier that year, yeah, it could be raining in this, and it did rain.
Dang.
And it did rain, and it didn't like hurt the production much at all because we just like threw our electric generators. Shout out to Dependable Expendables. Threw our electric mango generators into the garage and kept our lights on, our tungsten lights that we used for lighting. And after that, filmed the scene where older Jen, or present day Jen, walks in to the funeral party and mingles with her family and friends and stuff. So you can see, like, from the outside, it's raining. Like, when the door opens, it's like a wide push-in, like a little dolly push-in.
Yeah.
It looks so nice, dude. It's great. It's great. I actually, I'm pretty happy, pretty proud of that film.
When did that come out?
So that premiered in LA in September.
Okay, so just recently.
Yeah, Silicon Beach Film Festival. That's where it premiered. And that was premiered at the Chinese Theater in right on Hollywood Boulevard, basically. And that was premiered hilariously enough the same day that I guess was it a new season or a movie of Demon Slayer was coming
That's
out.
why that sounded familiar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Crunchyroll, they were
Yeah,
just
that's
there.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they were doing that at the same theater, but later in the day or later in the evening. And so we saw like posters of like all the
yeah.
Demon Slayer posters and stuff. And also not only that film, but the One Battle After Another film was also having their world premiere at the same theater at the same day
Dang.
that ours was, but just later in the evening. But ours premiered earlier in the day,
Mhm.
like around 4 o'clock in the evening. So we all got there a little bit earlier, saw the film, and uh, got out of there, and then started walking around and saw, all the red carpet set up for One Battle After Another, and some Demon Slayer people and stuff. So that was a really cool moment for me, and it was just so trippy. It was so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Tell the people how old you are, real quick.
yeah. I'm well. In a couple weeks, I'll be 27. But
That's crazy. At
yeah,
26, an award-winning cinematographer.
dude.
And
Thank you,
congrats, man.
thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Is there anything behind the scenes you can tell us about that whole set, the whole everything, the whole movie?
Aside from the scene where it was raining,
Mhm.
we did do a couple exterior shots of um some flashback scenes with young Jen and Uncle Joe, who is like the supporting male role,
Yeah.
because it's about basically Uncle Joe, who's um has this 1996 Porsche car that he's like super possessive of
Mm.
and doesn't want anyone to really mess up or drive. It's just like it's his baby.
Yeah.
So we had some scenes of him and then young Jen uh trying to like fooling around about the car, oh, let's go on a ride, Uncle Joe. And he's like,
Mhm.
no, we can't go on a ride now. That kind of thing. But there was some really cool shots we did outside, both in the present and past versions of the characters.
Where can they watch this movie at? Like, is it on
Yeah.
any? Yeah.
They can't watch it really anywhere at the moment,
Mhm.
but it will be on, I think, YouTube somewhere in the
Okay.
future. And by in the future, next year,
Mhm.
hopefully in the next year. So we'll have um, the shortest version of the film, the 7-minute version. The 10-minute version premiered in LA,
Mhm.
but we've actually had the 7-minute version premiere in Lone Star this month, in the beginning of the month. So, and not only that, but it's got like 6 other like entries or selections for other film festivals. Like
Yeah.
one in Orlando. Just found out like the other day that it's being premiered in Orlando Film Festival on the East Coast. I'm like, whoa,
Do you attend all these, or is it just something that's kind of being relayed back to you?
I attended the LA premiere.
Mhm.
I went to Lone Star. I want to go to Orlando.
Yeah.
That'd be really sweet. But I would love to attend any I can possibly can attend.
Yeah.
Really, I would. It'd be so fun to do.
So now I'm just curious, what cameras did y'all use to shoot it with?
Yeah, so the cameras we used to shoot it on are not the cameras we were using in this room, but they
Yeah.
are really awesome cameras. The Sony FX6 and the Sony FX3.
Okay.
They're the cinema line, kind of like prosumer-ish Sony cameras, but they're professional grade.
Yeah.
Really awesome camera systems. And we shot them on I think two different sets of lenses. One set of lenses for the flashback stuff,
Mhm.
which I got from a buddy of mine, Philip Calzada. He had a set of, I think he still has them actually. They're a set of Olympus lenses, like vintage Olympus lenses.
Yeah.
From like, I think 28 to maybe 135 millimeter
Okay.
focal lengths, like a set of 5 lenses. And he had those lenses, so I asked him if we can use them for the film. He said, yeah. We used them for the flashback stuff, and then for the present day things, the present day scenes, we did Sony Zeiss. Well, not Sony Zeiss, just Zeiss.
Yeah.
But Zeiss Baptist primes, I think. And those were like sharp.
Yeah.
But, that's why I wanted to do present day and like sharper
Mhm.
look, and then the vintage look for flashback stuff. Vintage, softer ish
Yeah.
look, but with a nice character to it.
Does it add like any kind of like color over it, like a sepia or anything like that?
Not real. I mean, I could say the flares from the Olympus lenses
Mhm.
look really nice, but you don't really see them that much in the film. they're largely very small in some cases, but they look amazing.
Yeah.
Like the color is really great on vintage lenses. And I'd say they're a little bit more to the warmer side,
Hmm.
probably. And then the Zeisses are more kind of neutral, I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
How did y'all color grade the flashback scenes? Was it like a black and white or what?
No, so after we shot the film, and I actually had a friend of mine, Alex. He is a editor, and he also does DIT work, so
Hmm.
he handles footage, at the end of the day. So I suggested to Michelle that he could edit the film or one version of the film
Yeah.
for her, and so they ended up doing it together. I didn't find out till later, and then I was like, "What? You didn't tell me?" But I gave Michelle some like light color graded stills that I did on the fly, like
Hmm.
for both the flashback scene and the like the somber like raining scene, and
Yeah.
also the present day like scenes that are like kind of neutral toned more or less, and they kind of look like that. So the flashback stuff is more in the warmer tones, like a little bit more orange yellowish, but
Yeah.
it's not like a color temperature shift. It's more like a using the shadows, like taking the shadows and making them like leaning more in towards the orange yellow
Yeah.
tones. And then the present day scenes were either cooler or just more neutral.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talking about flashbacks, let's flashback on you.
Yeah.
What was your very first camera?
My very first camera. Well, we're talking about video camera, or
Yeah,
we're talking
video
okay,
camera.
okay. My first video camera probably was the A7 III, like the
Okay.
Sony A7 III. Great, still great camera. Like it shoots great stills, and it shoots. I actually used it on at this event called Convergence. It's like an immersive theater experience that was hosted by Katy Conservatory and the Katy Theater,
Mhm.
or one or the other, the Katy Theater in Dallas, which is a school for like actors and production people. So I got on that event the last day, brought my A7 III, and shot like this video, like both stills and video, and I was like, oh my god, it looks still holds up,
Yeah.
you know. Especially when you have the settings right on the A7 III, like still mode plus like either movie or still mode in the color profile, like color profile 2,
Mhm.
I think what I use on it. You'll get really nice clean black,
Yeah.
like clean shadows basically in your footage
Okay.
when doing low light stuff.
What camera have you upgraded to?
Since then, I upgraded to the FX3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. You got the 3. Do you only have the 3 or do you have anything else?
I have a A7S2 that I
Okay.
have. I don't get to use it often, but I might be using it on someone's project I was talking to earlier today for some like kind of Betacam ish look
Yeah.
almost. So he wants something he wants a camera that's like kind of cheaper, I guess, so it's not as like high quality, you
Okay.
know?
I'm not too familiar with like the whole Sony lineup. The
Yeah.
S3, isn't that like one of the top of the line ones or no?
Which one?
The A7S3.
The A7S III. Well, that's still a really popular camera these days, but I personally own the Sony FX3,
Hmm.
which is the same sensor. And it's still honestly one of their best selling cameras right
Yeah.
now. So it's a camera that has been used on the Creator
Yeah,
sci-fi
yeah,
film,
we watched that.
Yeah, so it was shot on that camera and also another camera I don't remember, but it's still a really high quality camera. It's amazing for like corporate work, films, run and gun stuff. Like
Mhm.
it's an all around amazing system. So
I definitely agree.
yeah.
That's why.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, I remember you telling me
yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love these cameras, but I mean, look how big and bulky they are. They're just I don't wanna take these everywhere I go, and there's no autofocus, and for run and
Mm-hmm.
gun stuff, I mean, I hate to say it, but you can't beat Sony.
Nah, you can't. Could be, you know, some competition from Nikon
I was gonna say
recently,
that one next, yeah.
but you know, the Nikon ZR, I haven't been able to play with it yet, but I'd love to.
Do you
Yeah.
know Chris Duncan?
I probably have met him, but I need a face.
I'd have to show you a picture, but
Okay.
he does a lot of work for like McDonald's and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
He posted a story the other day with a Nikon ZR, and I asked
okay.
I asked him about it, and he said it's actually his friend, so it was his first time using it too. So I'm kind of waiting for his review on that.
Oh, cool, yeah.
But,
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really debating it over the FX2. I just don't like that it's only one full, like was it CF Express and one micro.
Yeah.
It's like, who uses micro?
Or maybe it's like a CFast and then the other, or the CFast SD slot, and then there's the other one's an SD slot. Yeah.
No,
Or
not
is
an
it
SD.
actually a micro?
Yeah, it's actually a micro.
It's actually a micro?
Yeah, it's actually a micro.
That's crazy.
I could be mistaken, but I am 99% sure it's a micro.
That's if that's true, that's wild.
Yeah,
I have no
makes
idea why
no
they
sense.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, another benefit to the FX3 is its dual slot recording feature.
Yep.
So you cannot like lose footage. Like if you accidentally erase a card, or you something happens to a card or you're offloading, you can still use the other card you've been recording to in the camera simultaneously to save yourself.
Yep.
You know, and make sure that you have all your footage covered. You know.
Yeah, and then absolutely worse is use it for proxies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because with these cameras, they don't automatically record proxies. So when I went to Sony and I saw that it was like, oh, goodness, because I do send out a lot of my work to other people to edit too.
Yeah.
And sending them full files or creating proxies, that took forever to do. So to have automatic proxies, that's like a life changer right there. What made you pick up a video camera?
Honestly, what made me pick up a video camera, at the time, like I flashback to the like high school basically. I started making Star Wars like Lego animated short films. I don't know if I told you this. And I did this not on a actual camera. I did it on a webcam that was plugged into my computer, like my old like 2008 like MacBook.
Yeah.
You know, so I throw a disc in, open the software, plug in the camera, and just like create like fun Lego animated shorts.
Please tell me you still have access to any of that.
I do. It's on another YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have all the shorts I made, plus the actual like fan film that I actually made for like a competition for like senior year of high school.
Dang.
Yeah. And
yeah, you got to send me that. We'll have it on the video somewhere.
Yeah, totally. Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious. That'd be hilarious.
So thinking back to like what you used to do then to what you're doing now, like just talk about the differences on that. Like,
yeah, I guess I'm not making not making fan films, I guess.
Yeah.
That's one. I'm not doing Lego animated shorts right now. I mean, that could be fun to do, but I haven't had the I guess the time to do it right now, or the energy.
Yeah.
Because that short, like the last one I did in high school, I think took 3 months to film, and well, I mean at the time I was brand new to editing, so it took me like 3 months to edit or 4 months to edit school, but yeah, it took a lot of time to position every single figure a certain way.
Yeah, because you're doing stop motion, correct?
Yeah, stop motion. Gosh. Yeah, have you ever seen the behind the scenes for Empire Strikes Back, man?
No, I need to now.
Yeah. Dude, it's insane the stuff they do on that. Yeah, so it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of patience. So
yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
I did a 3 to 5 second stop motion of my cameras because
okay.
I have so it's like 8 cameras, and so I'm just like moving them one at a time. I can't imagine doing anything longer than that. That took
a whole day.
Yeah, maybe not a whole day, but close enough. Yeah,
you could say that. It's okay.
Yeah. Like, man, I felt bad for how long it took me to do that one simple thing. Would you have ever imagined creating Lego stop motion stuff would lead you to where you are today?
I mean, yes, but no. I didn't expect to be in the position I am, you know, because you think, oh my God, it's so far out. Like, it's like a huge dream, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how could that possibly happen? And then, like, what, 10 years later, I think at this point. And I'm here. So, Yeah, it's pretty wild to think about.
Yeah. What projects are you currently working on?
So a project I'm working on right now, I guess tentatively, I'm DPing this short film called Kids of Immigrants. So its acronym is KOI, so KOI.
Okay.
And we're crowdfunding that right now. So what donations are obviously welcome, but we're trying to reach a goal to get it funded so we can cover all the costs for like food and crew and everything. Um, and so that's a film that's kind of about, it's basically about chasing your dreams and
Mhm.
not letting your, I guess the people around you like bring you down, tell you like, oh, you can't do it. You need to get a job.
Yeah.
You can't, it's too big of a dream to chase kind of thing. And it's about believing in yourself too, you know?
Mhm.
So it's a really nice story that I'm excited to help tell.
Whenever that's done, send it my way. I want to
I
check it out
will.
too.
Yeah, I will for sure.
So let me ask you, you've worked on a lot of different projects now, right?
Yeah.
What has been the biggest invoice that you have personally sent?
Biggest invoice, man. That must have been, I think, in recent memory, it's probably been the documentary Eye to Eye,
Mhm.
which is a film I shot, well, directed and shot. Funny enough, I was asked to direct it, and
You gonna be?
actually,
What were
I
you gonna be
can't
like
say the
that
name of
guy?
it right now. I'm not sure if I can say the name of it. I'll let you know if I can later.
Okay.
But
Yeah. You can say it now, and then we
yeah,
can cut
okay.
it.
Yeah, so the film, the largest invoice I've submitted for a project
Mhm.
was a documentary film called Eye to Eye that was about these twin brothers who grew up in rural Texas, self-taught painters. Like one does incredible urbanscape paintings,
Mhm.
landscape paintings. The other one does naturescape paintings, and they're literally like photorealistic looking from a distance, or photorealistic and incredibly skilled artists, and they make amazing art. So
Mhm.
it's about their story, and their siblings um, and their accomplishments and all the art they've produced over the years. So I was shooting that in October, and I think that for that film alone, for the rate I charged for the 4 days of filming, I think it was close to about 5,000,
Okay.
like somewhere around 6,000 for all 4 days in the month. And that was probably the largest I remember
Yeah.
in recent years. Yeah, that it must have been like 6K.
So are you gonna be like the director, editor, and all? Have you seen that
Oh
one meme with that guy?
yeah.
Yeah.
Little do they know,
Yeah.
I'm not only a PA. I'm also a director, PA, and writer. Yeah. No, I'm not editing it.
Okay.
I was only hired to DP and direct.
Okay.
So someone else is editing it, and it's in really good hands. Her name's
Mhm.
Sierra. They probably shouldn't. I mean, actually, no, I can't say it because it's already out. Yeah. So Sierra Clark is the editor for this film. She's been doing this for a long time, so
Mhm.
I totally trust her and how she can put it together with Sarah. And Sarah's the client, my client,
Mhm.
uh, who's married to one of the brothers that I talked about.
Okay.
So it's it's to celebrate them.
Yeah.
Really, it's to celebrate them and to show the world who they are, because they deserve to be um, celebrated for all the work they've done
Yeah.
and all the amazing pieces they created. So
Okay. So last time we were hanging out, you showed me the coolest thing ever. You worked on Sesame Street.
yeah,
Dude, that is awesome.
yeah.
Like yeah, let's kind of like revisit that again.
Oh my god. So that was a project that was a hilariously enough. I thought when it was offered to me, like the gig, I wasn't really told at first that it was for Sesame Street
Mhm.
or anything related to what the project was. I was just asked by a buddy of mine, Jordan, and he asked me, "Hey, are you available for this day to be an AC, assistant camera first
Yeah.
AC?" I was like, "Yeah," and it was paid obviously, so he told me what the rate was. I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool." Um, and it was a half day. I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's a half day. And then eventually, I think I found out through him. I think it found out through him or the guy that I was connected to like talk over the phone. I think it was his name. Oh yeah, his name is Trent, I believe.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, I apologize. Yeah. So I was hired by this company that works closely with Billy
Yeah.
Bob's, you
Yeah.
know. And so when Sesame Street apparently called Billy Bob's because they wanted to film an episode there, they asked, "Oh, who do you recommend for filming? You know, providing the filming service?" And they said, "Oh, 613 Media." Like, cool. So they went down there, and then eventually Jordan, who was going to be a grip, I think, on that project, reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, can you AC for this project?" And I was like, "Oh, cool, yeah, sure, why not?" And then I got in contact with 613 people, and I got into contact with Trenton, the owner, I believe, and just told me what it was about. And I was like, "Oh, this what?" You know?
Dang.
And I was like, "Okay." So, you know, after like talking with him for a bit, we we got to filming on it, and Elmo was there. You know,
Yeah.
I think his other blue companion puppet,
Cookie Monster, right?
well,
No.
he was there.
Grover.
Grover, yeah,
Grover,
Grover, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Grover was there with Elmo, like two-stepping, you know, doing like a two-step kind of thing. Or maybe I can't say what they do in there, but I don't think I'm not sure if it matters. But yeah, they were there dancing. I was just say they're dancing. You know, Cookie Monster's doing this thing, dancing, and then eating cookies, and everyone was cracking up. You know, it was so funny. It was so cool.
It has been so long since I watched Sesame Street, but now
Yeah.
I want to specifically watch that episode.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
No, yeah, for sure. They even gave me a hat, like a Sesame Street hat. I
Man.
should have worn it.
Oh, yeah, that would have been
Dang it.
perfect.
Well,
there's always next time. Yeah, there's always next time.
Yeah.
We'll just like just put the image on you.
Yeah,
It's
just
gonna
like Photoshop.
yeah,
AI,
it's gonna look
there you go.
terrible.
Yeah.
Also, you were telling me about that you were on set for the Logan Paul Mike Tyson fight.
Oh yeah, and that was a pretty wild event.
Yeah, I heard it's your fault that it was messing up.
Oh
like
yeah, I
that.
tripped over a cable, guys, and that's why the streaming was bad. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm getting canceled.
No kidding.
Yeah. So as a PA on that project for the Tyson Paul fight, I was essentially tasked with like setting up chairs and name tags, you know, running errands here and there, picking up people. I actually picked up a guy who was working for Lucasfilm at the time, doing a project. I mean, the project's coming out. It's the Mandalorian film that he was working on. That he had a role in that. So I got to pick him up because he was the fight choreographer or coordinator or something. He was involved in like hanging out with Tyson or Jake.
Can I ask you one question real quick?
Yeah.
How rigged was the whole fight?
To be honest, I mean, I feel like it was predetermined, like through maybe legal like contracts or something. Like this is how it's gonna go down, and you're gonna get paid this amount of money, you know, if you do this. I think that's how it went down.
Yeah, because when you hear about a fight choreographer, like, wouldn't they just be fighting? You know?
Well, to be honest with you, he's a fight choreographer for the Mandalorian movie. I don't think he was a fight choreographer for the Tyson Paul thing.
Oh, gotcha.
He was just like involved in like in a producer role, I think. So or some manager role. I don't remember exactly the term the title he had for that project, but like I don't want to like say that and like be wrong and then someone go, what the heck, dude? Why'd you say that? So yeah, like to clarify, I think his name was Lucas. I picked up Lucas from the Toyota Music Factory, where I think either Mike Tyson or Jake were stationed at the time before going to AT&T Stadium for the fight. So I picked him up there, and then on the way back, found out he was working on the Mandalorian movie that's coming out soon. And it was like, God, you know, you working for Lucasfilm, you know, so it's cool stuff. And he was a part of the producing department, I guess, for the Jake Paul Mike Tyson event. So I got to talk to him a little bit, but yeah, as far as like how the event went down,
Mhm.
I think it was kind of predetermined, like how it was actually
Yeah.
how the fight was actually going to play out between the two of them. And that was kind of a bummer. I mean, not only a bummer to like me, but also the audience. Because I was
Yeah.
on the floor, like on the field, and people were like, "What the heck, man? Like this is bogus," you know, that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah. I kind of
Yeah,
figured that Jake would win, but I
yeah,
was secretly, well, maybe not secretly, I was really hoping Mike would, but we all know
mm,
who was going to win. I feel like you've had a lot of crazy stories.
mm-hmm.
What has been the craziest one?
I think this is probably the craziest story, honestly. Past couple years, I was well, before I say what I was for something, I'm just gonna say I was attending a festival premiere or a screening of something at the Angelica,
Mhm.
and I ended up meeting, um, at the time, the film commissioner, Dallas film commissioner, Tony Armour, and then uh, his, what manager,
Publicist, maybe?
oh, no,
Agent?
not agent, it was his, cord manager. So it's like a manager position that he was like a coordinator for something, like coordinator for the commission, film commission. I can't remember what it was. I guess so yeah, I was at this premiere at the Angelica Theater, and Tony Armour, the Dallas film commissioner at the time, and his coordinator, uh Andrew Vella, were attending the
Mhm.
event, and I was just, you know, chilling, eating popcorn and stuff. And then I saw them, and then I saw, you know, one of them look at me. I kind of turned my head away, and then like Andrew came around the corner and just like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you know, it's like you're Tanner, right?" I'm like, "Yeah," because I think we already met before at that time. And so he's like, "Yeah, just like what are you about, man?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm about like cinematography and like, you know, camera work and stuff and whatever." He's like, "Oh, cool, man. That's awesome. That's awesome." So, hey, I have a question for you. Do you have a car? I'm
Okay.
like, I'm like, yeah, I have a car. Like, why? It's like, oh, nothing. We just, we're looking for someone to drive some people coming into town like next year or later this year in the summer. So, I was wondering like if you'd be interested, you know, to drive them around. I'm like, yeah, totally. Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, totally. Why not? I'm like, it's like, okay. It's like, just so you know, it's paid. I'm like, I already said yes.
Okay.
I said
Yeah.
yes already. So yeah, I'm totally down. And I'm like, who is it? It's like, oh, we can't tell. It's a big secret. I'm like,
Like, okay.
okay there.
Yeah.
So they didn't tell me for a while, and then eventually so they told me when they would announce who it was going to be,
Mhm.
and so I'm thinking, and this is supposed to be people that would come from LA. So I'm like, okay, wow. Like, so I'm like, is it a movie star? You know,
Yeah.
like who is this? You know, director? Whoa! Like I'm actually kind of hyped, right? So it was about 4 months later or 3 months later. I think they announced it in March, but I asked him like a couple days before, like, hey, can you give me a guess? Like, or can I guess? You know, can I
Yeah.
get a hint? And he goes, okay, yeah, I'll give you a hint. And a few months later, somewhere in like March or something like that, that I asked him like, hey, it was like a couple days before they announced who it was going to be. I'm like, hey, who is this? Who's can you give me a hint? Like, who's coming down? And Andrew was like, yeah, okay, I'll give you a hint. Like if you can guess right, you know, they out of these three movies, it was like Skyfall, Blade Runner 2049. I think the other film was called Prisoners or Jesse James. The assassination of Jesse James and the coward Robert Ford or something like that.
Mhm.
Excuse me. And so I was looking, I was Google searching like, you know, like, oh, is it a director? Like, is it a director that did all these three movies, or is it a movie star? Couldn't find a director. Couldn't find a actor that worked on all three of the movies that was shown to me. And then I was like, okay, I'm trying to cross reference who is the common denominator here.
Yeah.
And then I found one name and I only heard this name once when I was in school. When we were doing our cinematography class, like our professor at TCC was talking about this really amazing cinematographer, and I think he's like the best in the world or something. Like, and I think he's still regarded as the best in the world at the time. And I asked Andrew, I'm like, is it Roger Deakins? And he's like, yo, how'd you guess that, man? I'm like,
Man.
I was like, I'm a smart cookie, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I guessed right. Apparently, it was Roger, Sir Roger Deakins now, or no? I think it's just Sir Roger Deakins. Sorry. So yeah, Sir Roger Deakins was going to be doing a Q&A
Mhm.
and a film and a few film showings. So Roger Deakins was going to come to Dallas for about 5 days in July.
Mhm.
Like, I think between July 2nd or June 2nd to like June 7th or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was essentially hired to drive him around for 5 days.
Dang.
Yeah. That was an incredible experience.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds like it. Like just being able to like cross-reference and find out who it was and then nail it on a first shot. I would have had no idea.
Yeah. No, it took a minute, but I got it down eventually. So
Man, well, congrats on that.
thank you, dude. Thank you.
What advice would you give to someone that is just starting out and wants to be Tanner Lucas?
Well, actually, I think funny enough, you shouldn't try to be somebody else or me or Roger Deakins or like Francis de Coppola or whoever your like inspiration is.
Mhm.
You should just literally, well, I mean, for young or up and coming filmmakers, you should find yourself in the midst of doing work for other people or for yourself, you know, creative projects or working on set as a PA or working on set as an actor, you know, just having experiences on set to figure out who you want to be or what you want to be outside of the things you think you want to be, because you may not know until you get there,
Mhm.
you know?
I agree. And how can people find you? Phone numbers, Instagram, whatever you want to leave.
Yeah. So if you want to contact me, you can go to my landing page, which you can find on my Instagram at Tanner24frames on Instagram, and in the bio there's a Linktree link in the bio you can click on that will go to my website. You can go to my contact page on my website. I'll have a template that is brought up so you can fill out the form, submit an email to me, and I'll get back to you within like 48 hours. And so that's one way to reach me, or you can just DM me in my Instagram directly. So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank you. Yeah,
Definitely got to have you
having me.
back. Like I enjoyed hearing these stories. I want to hear more of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like I thought I had crazy experiences, but nah, I think you win.
Oh, dude, thank you. No, that's very sweet of you to say, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, and it's an honor to be here again. So
Yeah,
I
can't wait
had
to
a
have
lot
you
of
back.
fun.